Here is Warsaw, the capital of Poland and the heart of Eastern Europe. A city that rises faster than the sun, where history mixes with glass and steel reaches for the sky. After World War II, Warsaw lay in ruins, over 80% destroyed, nearly erased from the map. But now it's different. The city glows, streets shimmer with lights, and Warsaw is dancing. Neon signs, reflections, warm light from restaurants and bars, everything moves to its own rhythm. Downtown at night isn't just offices and bus stops. It's chatter, music, and laughter at tables under the sky. Here people live fully, laugh freely. You don't need to know everyone. Just follow the vibe, because every street leads to something worth finding. Nighttime Warsaw is a stage, and the lights never go out. The skyline begins to shift. We haven't reached the landmark the world knows, not yet, but its presence is already in the air. Because before we see the Palace of Culture, we fly into a jungle of towers. This is the new Warsaw, sharp, polished, ambitious. Skyscrapers reach for the clouds. In their glass facades, city lights ripple and dance. These are offices, apartments, hotels, and penthouses. Some of them are worth millions. And yes, one of them, facing the river, was once booked for none other than Elon Musk. Did he come? Who knows? But in Warsaw, it's entirely possible. Because this is no longer just a city, it's a name. A place that leapt from the rubble of war straight into global spotlight. With every passing second, the streets below gain weight. Jerozolimsky Avenue, Emily Plater Street, Świętokrzyska. Every day, thousands walk here, meet for lunch, step onto rooftops to sip espresso above the skyline. This isn't postcard Warsaw. This is future Warsaw. And that's exactly where we're heading. This place pulses, even at night. An elevator here climbs to the 40th floor in 15 seconds. Lobbies look like art galleries, and reception desks are marble sculptures. On the rooftops, sushi is served at midnight, and champagne flows at breakfast. Warsaw has grown, not just in height, but in ambition. It's become a hub for those who think globally. Some companies now open their European headquarters here. Others invest in luxury apartments for clients from Dubai, New York, or Singapore. In this part of the city, it's not just about where you are. It's about how high you aim. And then it enters the frame. Emerging from behind the glass and steel of modernity, the architectural ghost of the past. The Palace of Culture and Science. Caught in the first light of day, it looks beautiful. There's no denying it. In this soft, golden pink sunrise, the building seems almost magical. Like time has slowed down and Warsaw allowed itself a brief moment of nostalgia. But this is more than aesthetics. This is history, and a difficult one. It was built as a gift from the Soviet people, raised by the hands of thousands of Soviet workers right in the heart of Warsaw. At a time when Poland was under Moscow's control, every meter of concrete was a declaration of dominance. For many Varsovians, the palace was never a symbol of pride. It was a monument of occupation, a propaganda tool. It stands like a massive fingerprint on the city map, left by an empire that no longer exists. And yet it remains, still here. And although it tried to blend in over the years, with modern lights, events, a cinema in the basement, it continues to spark debate. There are ongoing talks about its demolition. Some say it's time to clean up the skyline, close the chapter. But others respond, don't destroy, discuss. Even painful history is still history. From above, at this altitude, the palace seems almost delicate, quiet even, as if it knows its time is running out. Today, the Palace of Culture is no longer the tallest building in Poland. Modern skyscrapers of glass and light have overtaken it, symbols of a country turned outward, future-facing. Inside, there's a theater, a cinema, a museum. Sometimes weddings are held here, but more often it stands empty. Outside, towering. Inside, hollow. As if waiting for a verdict that's yet to come. Warsawians have a complicated relationship with it. On one hand, they've grown used to it. On the other, many still feel discomfort looking at it. To them, it remains a visible scar, a shadow of the Soviet Union in the heart of a free country. And perhaps that's what makes it so fascinating. It's not simple. It can't be boxed into good or bad, ugly or beautiful. It's a place that provokes thought. It's proof that architecture can be a weapon, that cities remember, even when they want to forget. And from up here in the early morning stillness, it seems almost melancholic, like a memory, a remnant of the past, no longer dangerous, but still present. Around the palace, Warsaw moves on. It grows, it builds, it lives. And maybe that's the true victory, not in demolition, but in surrounding it with new beginnings. The Palace of Culture, unwanted, yet undeniably there. And maybe that's why today, at sunrise, it looks like never before. Not as a symbol of power, but as a silent witness of time. And yet, life pulses around the palace. On the square, in the parks, across the lawns, dozens, hundreds of young people. Students, tourists, couples, laughing, talking, dancing to music from their phones. This is their place, their space, their Warsaw. They don't remember the Soviet Union. They don't carry that weight. To them, the palace isn't an empire, it's just a backdrop. A backdrop for selfies, for first kisses, for conversations that stretch into sunrise. A square that once symbolized control has become a stage for freedom. No more parades, just picnics. No more speeches, just music. No more silence, only laughter. And maybe that's the greatest irony of all. Because the place meant to remind people of submission now lives in a rhythm that is wild, bright, and free. The palace fades behind us. Now we rise, above the rooftops of glass towers, reaching for the sky. This is where Warsaw's new heart beats. The city no longer looks back. It climbs higher, upward, as if every meter into the sky proves its freedom, ambition, and boldness to dream. Złote tarasy shimmer in the morning light, like molten amber spilled between railway tracks and skyscraper walls. Here, work meets culture. Businessmen pass by street performers, surrounded by thousands of footsteps, each with its own story. The new towers, Skyliner, Warsaw Unit, Warsaw Tower, aren't just offices, they're statements. Architectural declarations that Warsaw is no longer in the background. It's a player among the world's capitals. This is no longer the east of Europe. This is the future of a free nation. Deals are made here, but so are coffee dates with skyline views. We spot penthouses, luxury apartments, glass terraces, some worth fortunes, but the image they create is priceless. This is the Warsaw that succeeded, the one that walked through fire to now look proudly from the heights, a city that remembers, but moves forward, from ruins to skyline, from silence to rhythm. If this episode moved you, even just a little, let us know. Subscribe to catch the next chapters, leave a comment. We want to see Warsaw through your eyes. And if you know someone who might fall in love with this place, share it with them. This is just the beginning. Warsaw still has a lot to say.